All right. Good morning. Let's get this show on the road. Let's hop on to, oh, you guys already see Quan Tower. Good morning to everybody. Let's go over pathing game plan today. Let's go straight into the 4 hour and work our way down. 4 hours. So we talked about this ascending channel that we broke out and been out of now for some time. Now we've fallen into a descending channel, so selling pressure building for the bears. We take a look at this way. Here we go. Now we tapered for a couple days and then finally sticking out of this descending channel. So question here will be, we're right in the middle. Are we going to continue to the downside? Possibly touch that 550 level for potential bounce or continuation. So I'm looking at 550 on the downside. In other words, potential bounce area, or we finally get out of that zone and we're in for some more down action. In terms of on the high side, let's hop onto the 1 hour. So there's that channel playing out. That overnight range, 675 on the high side. If we can, this is the low of that overnight range. If we can blow through that, then, or come and test it for further downside or the bounce at that 675. So those are the two levels I'm watching big picture. Now let's get back into our world, the 1 minute or the smaller time frames, depending on how you guys trade it. If you take a look at, let's take a look at the 5 minute real quick. Descending channel, right? Oops, wrong one. Something like that played out earlier. Interesting part of that one, we broke or attempted for a look above and fail, and we got right back into that channel. So I'm watching that. And then in terms of overnight levels, that's where that 675 area, if we come back and test the bottom of that overnight range, right? This is the range we're dealing with. For the last 2 days, we're dealing with this range up here. We finally got out of that. You saw those trades yesterday, struggled with direction, and finally caught I think 2 winning trades in a row. And, you know, nothing impressive, but walked out with some green, and I didn't trade it anymore for the rest of the day. So that's where we're at. That's the game plan. Those are the levels I'm looking for. Don't want to overcomplicate this too much. Here we go. That looks pretty clean. Let me lighten that up so I'm not confused. News, it doesn't look like we have any news today. I think it's going to be, there is going to be movements. We're not going to get any catalysts unless there's a Trump tweet or anything going on with the tariffs. So that's the game plan for now. Again, I'm watching for a potential test of this overnight low, yesterday's low again for the bounce, or we finally push with a stronger flush to the downside. Good morning to everyone. If you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. The interesting thing, if we look at the price action from yesterday, bears had the opportunity to push this, right? These were some of the trades. You guys remember I was trying to long up here, finally caught this long for a win and this long for a win. Bears had the chance to push it below some critical levels. In other words, that 600 area. It got pushed right back up. Then we entered consolidation zone that dragged out throughout the overnight. Then again attempted to flush below this level. So this level is pretty critical. Whether you want to look at it as 580, I'm going to call that the 560, 580 area. That goes back to even this consolidation zone, this high back on June 25th. So this is going to be a major area to resolve. Is it going to hold if we come back and test for a bounce, or are we finally going to break through that? We shall see. The market does what it wants to do, not what you want it to do. But bears had the chance yesterday, and they got pushed right back up. Actually, the long that I was looking for happened, I think, a couple minutes right after the stream. We got that nice push up. That was the long that I was looking for, but didn't play out during my... actually, it's over here. Sorry, what am I doing? This was yesterday's trade. That long played out a little later. Very similar to this level. That's why I was looking at that level yesterday. Just not as harsh as a bounce compared to the last time. So you could argue it's getting weaker, and then finally the breakdown. I could see that. We'll see. But this level has provided a bounce now twice. The first one was a little stronger. We got weaker, and then we got weaker. So that's what I'm watching for in terms of that 550, 570 level. What do we got? 5 minutes. Let me take some coffee break. I'll be right back. So that's the pathing, watching for potential push up to the bottom of this overnight range, that 670 area. That's also where your 200 SMA. What are we going to do there? Are we going to push right through and get back into yesterday's levels, or is this the slow fade to the downside and we potentially have a break to the downside? No catalyst today, at least not from what I see. In other words, we don't have news. The only thing that can throw us off as usual is Trump tweets. But good morning to everyone, and let's see if we can capture some green today. In terms of progress on this challenge account, let's take a look at, we got some minutes, we got 4 minutes. Let's take a look at the challenge account for this live stream. As you guys remember, last week I opened up 2 funded futures network accounts. They have a deal, buy one get one free, so I got 2 150Ks. There's yesterday's profit. That was a battle, right? I think I had 5 trades, 3 losses, 2 wins, and finally walked out with some green, but not the cleanest price action, and called it a day pretty early. If we take a look at last week, so far this loss day, but this loss day took a bigger loss. I think I was down like 2K or 2K, more than 2K, and took a nice recovery bounce. Didn't make it all back, but made a $2,000 profit there as well. My win-loss percentage has dropped a little bit since I'm scalping. I've turned to scalping yesterday, or this week at least, plus what was it, Friday, I think I took that big loss. So my win percentage has dropped a little bit. It's usually around 70-75%. It'll probably drop if I continue to scalp versus looking for the big move or the one and done play. But that's the progress so far. How much do we have in profit here? About 3,000. So slowly moving this up. Hopefully we get some better price action after 4th of July, where I can trade a little bit more of my style. I've had to adapt to this nasty price action. That's what we got. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the open. See what happens out of this descending channel. We had a tapering, right? If you see the, in other words, when you have one channel and then you have another algo within the channel. Like we had this price action, and when it tightens up and it tapers like that, that's when you see the breakout. Usually tapering within a channel is the indicator of breakout in the making. All right, 40 seconds and the market opens. New York session, so hopefully all of you guys can get some green today. Let's see if I can capture some green. That was a nice bounce here. I was turning on my laptop and everything and noticed this little area being tested. That was a beautiful bounce. All right, 2 seconds. Casino's open. Let's see what we've got today. Struggling at the 200. Attempting to push up. There we go. There's that 675 level that I talked about. Let's see if we can push with force, or 675 going to be the resistance area on the high side for further downside. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Manny. All right, so far 675 providing resistance. VWAP is up at 685. I would think at this point you're that close, you probably want to touch VWAP as well. Or maybe not. Struggling to push above that 675 level that I talked about before the open. And that will be the deciding factor for a push above this or initial rejection. Attempting to push up. It's in a little consolidation zone right now. But one thing we've known or learned this past couple of days with NQ, it's been trappy as hell. All right, there goes the push. She's touching VWAP. Okay, going back into that range. Is that a trap or a continuation? Let's see. Pushing above VWAP now. Morning, Peter. How are you, brother? Pushing. We'll start with a short here at the top of that channel. Gonna keep it tight. Any push above that area, I'll just take it take the loss. If she wants to go further up, then she can push a little further up. And I'll try a short further on the upside. See if we can get a touch of, or back into this channel. If we come, touch the 9 and bounce, then not flushing yet. Again, playing the top of that ascending channel. Touching that 200. Can you give me a flush NQ right through that? There we go, we're getting a flush. Push. Unable to push through that, so this descending channel could become support. In the middle right now, struggling. Going back up. If the 200 SMA becomes the support for this move to the upside, then we have further move up and I'll get stopped out. And we'll look at another level to short or possibly participate on the long side if the bulls want to push this up today. It looks like it's going to pop right there, so I think we got to move to the upside here. Okay, stopped out there. Let's see how far she goes up. And was I just stopped out and now the push to the downside? Try this short one more time. Give me a higher position. Give me a little higher position. All right, here we go. Looks like we're going to get stopped out one more time, so okay, so she's pushing hard. Now the question is, do I want to participate in this long? Just bounced off of that 9 again. All right, that's 5 minutes for the opening, 50-minute opening range. At this point, let's just wait it out. Thumper, you're in the green. You're in some solid green today. All right, here comes the test of that 9. Is that finally the flush I was looking for, or are we going to hold above VWAP? Try a long here. See if it tests bottom of that channel. Okay, it's to come back into that channel and push up. And this will be a quick scalp until we get resolution. 7:15. Struggling. Slow price action today. In terms of stop, I gotta give it at least the bottom of that channel. Trying to push below VWAP. VWAP is attempting to hold. Not making it easy. All right. Do you have enough juice for 7:30? Do you have the juice for 7:30? All right, pivot points at 7:30. Maybe let's watch it. Set this at 7, a couple points below that pivot point. If we get a push, then I'll trail it. If it just drops here, then I'll have to cut it. But if I get above this level, then I'll start trailing. Pivot point is at 730. And I'm not being too greedy. 50-minute open. Ooh, did I just miss it by a tick again? God damn it. I always miss these things by ticks. All right, pivot point's at 730. I'm being a little cautious of putting a higher target. I am moving my stop at this point for profit. If I missed it by that tick, I mean, how unlucky can I get? All right, we got it. So we got a little bit of green, nothing impressive. Let's see how far she goes and then consider another trade. At JC, good morning. So after trying to short that, realized that the top of that channel was providing the support. That's why I entered on that long for a quick little scalp. Now we're trying to see what happens at these levels. Are we just gonna fall here? I mean, it needs strength to push through that pivot point. And this is the, oh, I don't have it drawn here. This is the channel that we're looking at right now. That's why I set that at the top of that. Until we break out of the channel, we're scalping. And unfortunately, I've turned to scalping because of this price action. So I was hoping for flush out of this channel, another flush out of the channel. Didn't happen twice, so then I played the longs to recover. Now we're watching this top, which matches the top of the overnight range. You got pivot point at 730. So let's see what happens at 730. We are above 675, which was the level for the upside. So let's see if we get another test of 675 and see what happens here, either a bounce or continuation. And as you can see now, I've turned into scalping, playing the channels versus trying to capture the big move. It's just too choppy, so you adjust. I like to do this in the afternoon, just scalping when I'm bored, but New York Open is giving us this type of price action. I'll play it another way. See if we push to 750. 750, 770 area is going to have some resistance if we are going to push up. If it's going to fade here at this pivot point, 730, are we just going to come right back down like some of the price action we saw yesterday? I've played this channel now 3 times, so I'm going to give it a break. I recovered some of the losses there, so I'm back into green. not significant. So let's let this channel do its thing. Either it breaks, ascending channels tend to break to the downside, descending channels tend to break to the upside. Right, so we saw this nice descending channel on the pre-market, and it broke to the upside. Now we're watching for the break to the downside. So at this point, I'm looking for tapering, right? We saw this tapering. Once you find tapering within a channel, that's kind of like your indicator of the play is turning around. And as long as this is held, this trend line is held, you're tapering. If we pop above, then let it go. Tapering's not in play yet. So, nope. Looks like it wants another pop. I'm assuming it's going to want to pop through pivot point to capture or trap some longs. Probably an exaggerated pop to like 740, 750. And then we're looking at this area for potential, this little bubble area for a potential short. I still want to play this damn channel. So it's looking for that pop above pivot point, which puts us in the 750 to 770 area as next level if it pushes up. We are building tapering though. It's deceiving. This tapering holds, then we're going to hop right into a selling algo or a selling channel. We'll see something to the downside. Okay. Trying to hold that trend line. But I'd like to trade something else out of that channel and be a little patient. Yesterday we saw the vice versa. We saw that slow move to the downside. Well, not slow, it's pretty vicious after some of the fake bounces. So bulls can be grinding this up, stair stepping it, and then we'll have the bears come in and flush it, take the elevator down. At this point, I'm watching for that 750, 770 area, and I'll probably attempt a short. But I don't want to trade this channel anymore. I'd like resolution of this channel before I participate again. Do me a favor, if you're new to the stream, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. Help me out with the YouTube algo. I live stream from Arizona, so my times are 3 hours behind most of you, or 3 hours behind Eastern. We're doing this every day. This is week 2 of finally building some consistency live streaming. Last week was the first week I did it every day. And I'm undecided on Friday. I'll definitely come tomorrow, but Friday, I don't know if I want to trade Friday. We'll see. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. It's probably coming down to test that 708, 710 area, which is the bottom of that channel, and then can't get deceived by it. It could bounce right back into it. So again, till we get out of this one, I don't think I want to trade that channel anymore. So far, we are in the green, slightly in the green, but green nonetheless. I'm only going to give it an hour, hour and a half today. Lemonhead, yeah, good idea. We're actually going to Sedona, Arizona, and I was debating whether to bring the laptop and everything to trade Friday morning. Unless we leave Friday afternoon, we're still undecided. If we leave Thursday night, then I'll probably not trade Friday. If we leave Friday afternoon to Sedona, then I might just hop on for the live stream a little bit. We'll see. All right, so again, looking for the breakdown, right? Descending channels break to the upside, ascending channels break to the downside. I was hoping to capture this little bubble up here, 745, 750 for the short. Looks like it's happening here, and it is what it is. Come on, give us a nice pop. Give us a trap. Give those shorts a trap and stop them out up here. So still respecting the bottom of that channel. And that's why learning how to read these channels will save you from thinking a move is to the downside or to the upside. It's simply playing that channel. These are algos. These are buying algos, selling algos. Until we get out, you play the channel if you're going to trade. I'm watching for this little bubble right here, 745, 750. That would be the push above the pivot point, right? NQ loves to push above a pivot point and then stop everybody who's shorting it. So maybe an exaggerated move to 740, 750. That would give me about 20 points stop. In other words, 770 as my out. If it continues, then yeah, this thing is pushing up today. But it's the cheaper trade. 15, 20 points for a potential 50, 60 point play or more. Right? All right, so this tapering did not play out. Let's get that out of the way. It is trying to hint at topping. Problem, it's been so trappy last couple of days. Just can't. Even your 15-minute opening range breakout was just a couple points. So. All right, here we go. We're starting to get out of that channel now. Let's see. Let's watch for the next setup. So it attempted to touch that 730 pivot point. It hovered right around 728. Let's see if these are traps. And we're really going to get the push above the pivot point. So it did that here, right? It attempted to get out of that channel to trap some players and then brought them right back in. Same thing here, trapped a couple of shorts. If you're going to short a channel, you don't short it here. You would try to find a top, and you're playing the breakout. I was playing the breakout on the long, right? It didn't happen, so I clipped it. But until we get up here, I'm not interested. All right, so we're in this consolidation zone. This could be the bull flag, right? Classic. Oh no, why is this thing holding? Right, you get a little push up. I mean, it's a micro push up, but technically, right, you're building the consolidation here off of this candle. You get it, we don't have strong price action, so that could be your bull flag right there. Building consolidation, and a pop. But until we get out of either of these sections, all right, there's the pop. So again, this will be the break above pivot point. Usually that's a quick pop, and you'll see some exaggeration after it, probably 10, 20 points. And then we watch what happens there. At this point, I mean, it's going to pop. This would be way too much of a tease not to give the pop. All right, positioning now at above pivot point with no initial rejection. I mean, this is strong. It's not falling apart here. So let's see how far she goes. Watching for the top. Now my top is moved up to that 760 area. Give me a 20-point stop at 780. Does it want 800? NQ loves whole numbers. We're coming back to test this range, right? Top of this range needs to hold as now the support. 730 becoming support for this move. And if you were able to enter somewhere around here on a long and held, you're in some nice green. Up 30 points, 40 points now. You slow, Legrand. Peter, nicely done. You're the scalp king, man. 5, 6, 7 points here and there, and do that a couple times, you're done for the day. I like it. Slow. Slow, but we do have basing at 730. So there's that next push up. The only thing that would kill this is a flush, and you would see a strong homeless candle flushing the 20 SMA, the 9 and the 20, which I would be very interested in, but okay, here's that break above pivot point, and this is where I'm saying you should have a quick pop, and then we got to figure out what happens up there. Is that the end, or is there a continuation? We're approaching some of the highs on the overnight levels, right? Resistance, support becomes resistance. Oops. All right. Slowing down. Really slowing down. All right, so we pushed above 730 and starting to arc. Your last 4 or 5 minute candles are showing the arcing. Let's see. Nothing significant to make a decision though, in either direction. All right, it's continuing to play that channel. All right, looks like it wants overnight high. It's pushing. Bulls are pushing it, grinding. Slow grind to the upside. Probably a quick nasty wick here. At this point, let it touch overnight high and see what we got there. I mean, it clearly wants overnight highs, so let me take a look at something real quick. $768, 770 area, 780. Okay, so this area, this overnight high, resistance, support, 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 resistance becoming support. So that's a critical level. Wait for it to push up to 780. It's going to blow through to 800 and it's just going to continue up. And we'll see some more aggressive price action, hopefully. Go straight to funded. Looks like you're in a solid green trade. Nicely done. Go back to the 1 minute. go. Extending this channel I wanted to get out of, but fortunately it's not playing out this way. Bulls are in control. Stair-stepping it, but they're in control. At this point, I gotta wait for a push around 780 if I want to participate on a short. If this is just bulls on parade, then we'll probably get a pullback to 740 and then continue to the upside. Tricky. If I take a short now, I got to give myself 30 points of drawdown, potential stop. Don't want to do that, but the reward is pretty substantial. But let's wait a little bit. It's not trade against the trend just yet. Somewhere around here, we're going to push above 800 and just continue. Then I'll know pretty quickly and I can just give it 20 points stop. That was a strong V recovery. From the overnight push to the downside. So 35-point move outside of this consolidation zone, and it took about 30 minutes. Oh, what happened to 30-point moves in 2 1-minute candles? hovering, attempting to push above or at least touch overnight high. I'm still not trusting the short. It's been respecting this channel, and until we get a pop testing the high of that channel, I'm not staying out. Here comes the next pop. Not allowing the pullback. Bouncing off of that 9. All right, there goes the pop. Slow. This is tight consolidation. This could be a. This is tight. That could be a big pop. Go straight to funded. You were in at 595. God damn. Nice play. Beautiful play. Go enjoy 4th of July weekend, man. You're done. Slow. Hour mark already? Oh boy. Fortunately, I need a pop. I need a test of the high of this ascending channel. Sure, you can look at it as the middle now becoming resistance, right? Resistance, support, resistance, support. There's the pop, okay. Okay. Is it a continuation pop or is that the end of this? I'm going to attempt a short. I may get a pop to like 7 or 800 if I see the 800 break. Actually, let me not even give it too much. That'll be my stop. It's going to break above 807, then it is what it is. Going for probably 850, and then I'll have to adjust for a long. This is the cheaper trade. This building for a push up, this is the 200 SMA on the 5-minute, which should have provided stronger push down, and it's not. So I'm going to have to accept that this move has further movement to the upside. This should have been a stronger at the 200 SMA on a 5-minute, on the 15-minute, should have been a stronger push down. We're just not seeing that. And that attempted flush was bought right back up. It's not even allowing the test of the 9, which shows Bulls got strength on this move. It's a slow grind up, but they're not giving up pullbacks. I'm using the 200 SMA on the 15-minute as the area of resistance. But so far, it ain't showing resistance at all. If anything, it's showing strong push above that 200 on the 15-minute. Now the middle band is becoming support. It was resistance throughout the whole thing, and it flipped right here, becoming support to the upside. It is what it is. It's part of trading. Thing is pushing above the 200 SMA like it's nothing. But as you can see, the mid band in this channel has become now support. It literally flipped right at my entry. It was providing resistance, and I was counting on that becoming the final play. And it's now slowly creeping up to find my stop. I'd love to give it 812, 815, but there's really no need to adjust stop at this point. Looks like this move is going now is really going to pick up some steam to the upside, and I have to figure out how to participate now to the upside. Look at the 9 EMA, it's providing that support. There has been no flush below the 9 yet. Crazy. Oh. Now, even if we do come down, the problem is the 200 SMA, sorry, the 20 SMA now has pulled in all the way up here. The most it can flush on a move like this is probably 770, which is right around my entry. It would have to flush big time for me to get the move that I'm looking for. That's if we even test the 20. It's not even allowing a test of the 9. It's being bought right back up. So there's strength to this for sure. Not allowing any flush. Impressive. And here comes the stop. The longer I stay, notice the middle band just becoming support, support, support. And it just slowly grinds to the upside till it hits the stop. And that's what these bull moves do. Deceiving. And the longer you stay, the costlier the loss. So it's not allowing any flush below the 9 or even a test of the 20. That's some brutal bull action right there. I think if it does touch the 9, that'll be the push. Nice little stop hit there with that bounce on the 9. And stopped out. All right, it's got more. All right, so we're in the red now. I think I'm taking a... was in the green slightly around... Okay, so now I'm 500 bucks in the red. We're gonna have to wait to see if there's any hint at a short here. Otherwise, ride this long and continue this grind to the upside. It's going to be one of those days that it just extends this channel for the whole day and all you have to do is long it. All right, 805. Let's see. Was my stop the entry for the short? Previous day high is at 850, 848. Not giving up any pullback there, huh? Yeah, Peter, looks like they're going to push this up and then do the 4th of July sell-off. Every attempt to flush below the 9 so far, pushed up. Let's see, this is a touch of the 9 without the usual push up. See if we bounce here hard. If not, I'll consider another short, and it'll probably be the last trade of the day. Nowhere close to daily loss limit, nowhere close to half a daily loss limit, but it'll be a red day, no big deal. All right, bouncing. There's that strong bounce of the 9. Every touch on the 9 is a strong bounce so far. So let's see where you want to go. Nope. No leg down yet. And the mid bar of this channel is becoming support. And if you're stuck in that short for too long, you're just grinded all the way up. No, you can long it, but my mind hasn't shifted to long in this. Such a counter trend trader that. All right, I'm going to attempt this one more time, and time to go home if it doesn't happen. All right, 8:30. I got to play the top of that channel. So that's my stop, and looking for a flush of the 20, the 9, the 20, and potential pullback at this level. If it's just going to be a further grind day, then it'll be a red day. No big deal. Two things can happen. It touches the 9 and a brutal bounce, or we finally get a 5-minute pullback. We have not gotten any significant pullback on a 5-minute. 15-minute is showing bulls want to go to the moon, and I'm fighting the trend. Small little short little price action is so deceiving. It's not a fading of the play, it's just building consolidation, and you get the push up. Unbelievable. Absolutely no pullback. All right, if that pullback doesn't hold, in other words, it bounces there, it's game over for me. If the pullback plays, then, you know, we got finally the flush that I was looking for, the break out of that channel. It has to break out of this channel. In other words, we have to continue to get this flush that I've been trying to capture. If it bounces right back up, it'll be a heartbreaker, and bulls are in control. Attempting to break below that channel. It's trying. It's trying. But it has to leave this channel, right? Has to be the breakout of that channel. It has to punish anybody trying to long up here. And otherwise, the bulls win today, and anybody just riding those longs wins, and I lose. Not wanting to punish at all. So I think bulls are going to win today. That was a pullback to shake out some stops, and unfortunately not the pullback that I was looking for. Nope. Goddamn bulls. Right back into the channel. Wow. Unfreaking believable. No pullback today. Unbelievable. And I'll get stopped out. And that is it for the day. Bulls win it. Goes right back into the channel. That's not good for my position. With this attempted flush and that quick of a recovery, it's going to be tough. Going to be tough to see another leg down. That recovery was basically goodbye to my position. All right, guys, I'm going to get stopped out pretty soon. That is it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Friday undecided. Today, the Bulls spanked me hard, and you know, just could not get any continuation on a short side. No significant pullback yet, and it happens. It's the counter trend trader in me, and that's how I trade. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But today, definitely trend was your friend, and here's that second touch now of the 9, and the 9 not giving it up anymore. You got that little flush, and that's all you got. And this time, it's going to be game over on that push up. So I think I'll take the red for today, and tomorrow come back and try to recover some of this, or in the next couple of days. I'll see you all on Thursday, tomorrow. Hope everybody else captures some green. And didn't play out. The Bulls are in control today. That was a strong recovery. Impressive what they just did. Come on, stop me out already so I can end the stream. Oh. I won't hide the close. I'll wait for it to hit the stop and then I'll close. Brutal recovery there. Wow. That 9 EMA just curling. How long are you going to drag out this stop? Ugh. Another attempted flush on the 9. That 9 is in control though now. Another touch of the 9 and then the big bad bounce. There it is. Brutal. All right, already, just grab it. Unable to flush below that 9 with a hold. Crazy. Crazy. Tempting again to flush below the 20, but now it's, look at the channel, right? The channel just keeps moving up on me. So if it's just going to use this bottom and then bounce back up, all it's really doing is respecting the channel, not really anything changing. I got caught in an extended channel, and it happens. Sometimes these channels break sooner. Not today. So basically that's all it is. It's respecting the channel, holding here, and it's just a prolonged death on my stop. For the short to play out, it needs to flush below the 20, similar to what we saw here, but hold. That was what I was counting on, but this extended channel killed me. I mean, this is going back to 6 a.m. my time. Probably earlier than that. Before the open. What a channel to play in on the right direction. Just didn't think it was going to extend this long. And you'll see the bounce again there, and they ain't giving up that channel at all. Maybe now, but how far are we going to go? For the short to play out, we'd have to go below this flush. Otherwise, it's another fake out to the downside and it goes right back into the channel. And at that point, look where my stop is compared to how this channel is angled. That'll be a quicker stop hit. Unfreaking believable. I haven't seen an extended channel like that in a while without a break. And then finally, when it breaks, it's too late for me. Not taking any more trades. Now it's just dragging my death. This push up, right? It's still within this channel. This push up is a lot quicker. Very bulls, man. Knockout rally. Nope, they're just not giving it up. Just won't give up more than 20, 30 points on a pullback. Unfreaking believable. Well, it's a lockout rally. It's believable. There it is, right back into the channel. Now my stop is compromised. It's a closer push up and done. Toast. But I'm not moving stops at this point. I'll call it a day. Look at that. No pullback. Just bought right back up. Keeps grinding and grinding up. You think that channel is overextended? You pay the price. All right, as soon as I get stopped out, guys, that'll be it for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Taking a red day, not anything serious, but choosing to walk away at this point. All right, guys, that's all she wrote. Have a good rest of the day. Hope you guys keep it green, and I'll see you tomorrow.